Welcome to Skylar's trip to Israel. Basically, I'm going to narrate, show pictures, and videos about what happened while I was in Israel. So let's start out just by reading, I guess they're daily reflections. So, day number 1. I woke up this morning at 5 a.m. on the 10th and got to the airport in Dallas, a wonderful 3-hour drive. We flew to Newark, New Jersey, and I'm very glad that I didn't ever go outside of the airport. We hung out in the airport for quite a long time, and then we left at about 10 p.m. and flew for 13 hours, I think, but I'm not really sure. I watched Twilight on the plane and slept some. Even though we flew like 13 hours or so, it was 3 p.m. when we arrived in Israel, and we were on the bus and the country was surprisingly beautiful. I've never seen a land so lush. Everything is growing everywhere. Palm trees, citrus trees, other crops. Geez, even the grass and weeds are beautiful. So after arriving at the hotel, we got settled in, ate dinner, and now I'm here watching the sunset on the Mediterranean. And the food wasn't bad at all. And I didn't see a single McDonald's or any other fast food restaurants. I'm definitely a long ways from home. Also, it's winter here. Apparently, we flew halfway across the globe away from summer. It's not too cold, just in between the 50s and 70s. Here's me on the plane. We're here on the plane about to leave for Tel Aviv, and it's very big and crowded. Here's me in the airport. We're here, we just got to Tel Aviv, and it's interesting. I can't understand anything, so that's pretty exciting. I'm gonna go get the bags. And on the bus, we just got out of Tel Aviv, and we're here on a tour bus. Looks pretty awesome. Say hi, bud. So, more later. Beautiful sleeper.
Look how pretty it is with all the greenhouses. What we're doing
And eventually we made it to the hotel. Alright, we're here. We just got in our hotel, the King Solomon Hotel, and we're out here on our first night over here, outlooking the Mediterranean Ocean. And after that, I went to sleep. So the next day is day 2. Let's read the journal. Today I woke up at 4 a.m. and I was not tired at all. I just decided to go out on the balcony of the King Solomon Hotel and work on my Bible ticks at homework. I got a lot done, and the moon setting over the Mediterranean was beautiful. It cast a silver road leading to the horizon. After a wonderful breakfast, that was not fatty or greasy like most American hotels, we drove past Netanya and learned it used to be a swamp. It was a pretty big city. Apparently a lot of Jerusalem was made beautiful in the last 50 years. Our first stop was Caesarea, the great port city built by Herod. Its ruins are impressive, and the city had been rebuilt many times by many people. Romans, Arabs, Crusaders. Now we're driving north to Mount Carmel. Driving is normally boring, but not here. Everything is growing. There are more flowers than grass in many places. Our guide says it's a Jewish no-no to pick wildflowers. Also, there aren't many stoplights here. Instead, they used the circular drives, which are actually much more efficient in my opinion. Mount Carmel was very impressive. It was really high up. We could see Nazareth, which is practically halfway across the country. We ate at a Druze restaurant on the way from Mount Carmel to Megiddo. They have really good pita bread. Megiddo was awesome. You know how Canaan is the bridge between Asia, Africa, and Europe? Well, Megiddo is the city in the middle of all these main roads. It's so important that it was conquered and rebuilt over 50 times. From it, I could see Nazareth, which was surprisingly up high on a hill, Mount Tabor, which is the perfectly round hill, to the right, and even further right was Mount Gilboa. Nazareth was different from what I expected. I was thinking small, rural, and historical, but it was none of those. Talk about a dense modern city. It had 70,000 people who lived packed together. It did have some beautiful views, though, if you were at the top of it, and looked like the hills. Well, the hills were pretty. But it almost looked like they were growing homes instead of grass. Well, anyways, let's get back to the videos. So, upcoming is starting the day off early in the morning. Okay, well, this is the morning of our first, well, I guess it's the second day, and I slept pretty well, but basically it's like 4 a.m. and I'm done sleeping for the day. So, I'm just gonna sit here and work on my Bible knowledge. Woohoo! And hopefully I'll get to see the sunrise over the Mediterranean. Out there is the ocean. Don't really know that you can see it. And I doubt you can hear it, but I'll try to get more on that later. Alright. It's a little later in the morning, and you can finally see the Mediterranean. Yeah. There's the moon. Down here is an art gallery. And, more buildings down the street. More people getting here early. Oh, very beautiful. More of the ocean. Well, I'm here in Caesarea, and this is apparently one of the great cities built by Herod. It's out here on the Mediterranean, a port city, and I'm currently standing in an amphitheater. I think it probably looks a lot smaller on the camera, but I'm not gonna lie, this would be a really long staircase to fall down. There's my group over there, and the Mediterranean is always pretty. So we're here in Caesarea. I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear this, so I'll probably dub most of the talking in. But this is one of the great theaters built by Herod.
This is the theater for charity.
Chariot racing.